Aunt Molly and Friends is closed captioned for the hearing impaired.
Come on over to my big backyard and bring your best friends too. Gather round, we'll share some fun today. Now here's what we can do. There are songs to sing and trips to take and books to read and cookies to bake, games to play, we're on our way. The fun never ends with Aunt Molly and Friends. The fun never ends with Aunt Molly and Friends. The fun never ends with Aunt Molly and Friends. The fun never ends with Aunt Molly and Friends.
Hi, boys and girls. I'm Aunt Molly. I'm so glad you're joining us today. And we have a wonderful group of children in the studio with us today. I hear my dog. He's not barking, is he? He's still sleeping. Well, we need to wake him up. All right, I need your help. On the count of 3, let's say, Rusty, wake up. 1, 2, 3.
Rusty, wake up!
No, it didn't work. We're going to have to be louder yet, aren't we? On the count of 3, let's say it louder. 1, 2, 3.
Rusty, wake up!
Oh, hi, Rusty.
Oh, hi, Aunt Molly.
You're looking pretty chipper today.
Oh, yeah, I got lots of sleep last night.
Good. Do you require so many hours of sleep a night in order to be happy in the morning?
I think as much as I'm tired, that's how much I need.
Yeah, that's a good answer right
And
there.
the more I sleep, the more I get to dream, and I love dreaming.
And why is that?
Because my dreams are so much fun. I mean, anything can happen in your dreams.
Oh, what has been your favorite dream?
I think I had one where I was walking around the house.
Yes.
And I went to sit in a chair.
Yes.
And I sat in the chair, and then it just turned into a bone.
The chair was a bone?
Yeah, and so I ate it, and it was really good, but I still wanted to sit down. So then I went over to the couch, and I sat down, and it turned into a bone.
Do you ever get filled up with bones?
No, I don't think I could ever get full of bones.
Well, that must have been a pretty huge bone to be on a couch.
Oh, I know. I just wish the whole house could have been turned into a bone.
Well, maybe if you have your wish, that dream will come true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Aunt Molly, are you there? It's me, Kip.
Hi, Kip. How are you?
I'm great. Today, we're here with some of my friends, the Madagascar hissing cockroaches. Now, these animals live on an island off the coast of Africa called Madagascar. Now, by looking at them, you can see what great camouflage these animals have. They're going to be found on the rainforest floor, and they blend in extremely well with all the grasses, the dirt, and the sticks, and the trees that these animals live on. Now we'll see them walking around. They have these little spurs on their feet, and it allows them to be able to attach to that bark really, really well so they can climb all around the trees that these guys live on. Now these hissing cockroaches are low in the food chain, so they're really important to other animals that may try to eat these. We see all different types of birds and reptiles and even primates will come down and try to eat these Madagascar hissing cockroaches.
Kip, how do these small animals defend themselves?
That's a great question. These animals use 2 ways to protect themselves. One is camouflage. They try to blend in with their surrounding environment so other predators don't see them. And 2, if they get scared, they make a hissing noise. So it helps defend them, trying to scare off other animals that try to eat them for a meal.
What do they use their antenna for?
Those antennae are used to smell for food. So those antennae will pick up any type of food that's nearby that they want to eat, and they can follow that scent and they can eat the food.
Well, that's really great, Kip. Do you boys and girls have any questions?
Why are they called hissing cockroaches?
That's a great question. They're called hissing cockroaches because they make a hissing noise. When these animals feel scared or threatened, they push out air through holes in the side of their body, and it makes a hissing noise to try to scare off predators.
Do they do anything helpful for us people?
Yes, they're very helpful for us people. These animals live on the rainforest floor. So as old fruits and vegetables are falling to the ground, these animals are eating those fruits and vegetables, so they're cleaning up the floor of the rainforest. And that helps us because it allows new trees to grow, and those trees provide us with oxygen, food, and even medicine. So even though they're kind of small and creepy and ugly, they're really, really important to us people.
Kip, thanks so much for showing us these Madagascar hissing cockroaches.
Oh, you're welcome. We'll see you guys next time.
Bye.
The fun never ends with Aunt Molly and Friends. The fun never ends with Aunt Molly and Friends. The fun never ends with Aunt Molly and Friends. The fun never ends with Aunt Molly and Friends. never ends with Aunt Molly and friends. The fun never ends with Aunt Molly and friends.
Welcome back, boys and girls. Today, our friends Mimi and Gigi are here to show us how to do a new craft. Gigi, what are we doing today?
Today we are making door hangers. Let's take a look at our supplies. You will need construction paper, newspaper letter cutouts, styrofoam cup, some crayons, pencils, scissors, and glue sticks. To start, take a color construction paper and cut it in half.
Use your other half if that's
Okay, sounds good, Aunt Molly.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Take your styrofoam cup, place it on your construction paper, and trace a circle.
That really works well to make a pattern, doesn't it?
Yes, it does. Now, cut it out. All right. Now you can either design your door hanger with some crayons, or you can also have your name spelled out on your door hanger. I have mine ready for Mimi, M-I-M-I. Let's show everyone at home what we made. Rusty, let me see yours. That's beautiful.
You are an artist. And we'll be right back.
There are plenty of shapes that I see. There's a clock staring back at me. It's as round as a ball, but it's not very tall. There are plenty of shapes that I see. My desk has 4 sides, can it be? There's a rectangle in front of me. And my books are the same, it's the rectangle game. There are plenty of shapes that I see. And don't forget the shape with 3 sides. What's it called? Oh yeah, it starts with try. Triangle has three sides that you see. There are plenty of shapes that I see. Squares and squares are everywhere I look. There are plenty of squares that I see. Dice, blocks, slice of cheese, that window, a waffle, napkins please, Rubik's Cube, CD case, Post-it notes, checkerboard, oh yeah. We will find different shapes everywhere, whether at home or over there. Just write them in your book and take another look. There are plenty of shapes, plenty of shapes. What's the shape of an ape? Shape of an ape. There are plenty of shapes that I rectangle, triangle, circle, square, oval. Oh yeah.
What's your talent?
Let's go, girls, let's go. Okay, listen up, listen up. Hey, you can go to your position as they call it out, all right?
let's go.
Lauren, left field. Emily, down. Drew, center field. Yeah, go ahead. Reese, short. Finley,
I was playing
first.
t-ball for a while, and then I got good enough so I could play softball. We rotate positions. I really like pitching. I was gonna pitch the 4th inning, but we ran out of time, so we basically play everywhere. So we rotate. Pitching and catching was optional, so you could choose between those two, and then everywhere else you got to be there at least once every game. Today I played shortstop and right field. Right field you have to kind of back up first base in case first base drops it, so to make sure that they don't run to second.
There you go.
Shortstop, you have to, if the ball gets hit to second baseman, you have to cover second, and you have to be ready at all times. I like shortstop the most. You get hit the ball more, and you have more responsibility to cover and be ready at all times.
Nice job, hustling. Nice job, great job.
I like hanging out with my teammates. They're fun and really caring.
We say no, we wanna hit, score, and get a home run.
But in a month we'll be done with softball. My teammates and I get along really well. We're like supportive to each other, and if we get a good hit, or we get a home run when we get home or something, we'll give each other high fives, or if we get out, we'll say it's okay, and say you got it next time.
Okay. When I get called up to bat, I'm thinking where I'm gonna hit it and who I'm gonna hit it at. I have to be ready, and then I have to I can't look at the pitcher the whole time. I have to turn my eyes where the ball is. I have to follow the ball in, because if I just keep my eyes at the pitcher, it's just you aren't going to be able to see where the ball is, so you're just going to swing and miss it. So I have to keep my eyes on the ball, and then I can swing.
Okay, you got it.
When I saw the ball coming, I thought it's a good ball. It's in the middle. It's not too high and it's not too low. It's gonna be a strike, so I should swing at it.
I didn't know I was gonna say that. I didn't know I was gonna shoot. My name is
Reese is probably a coach's dream. You can tell she's a coach's kid, knowing her parents coach and so forth, but she's there. She's always full of energy. She listens, she pays attention, and then she works hard. She's the team player. If you had 11 Reeses, you wouldn't lose anything, I can tell you that. Go, 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 go! Take a turn, take a turn, take a go. Go, 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 go.
It felt great to score for my team because it would have gotten us an extra point, and I was home, so then they could get someone else home. Or...
Let's do that now. Let's do that now.
She's got a lot of natural athletic ability, and she
she just gets it, and that's a rare trait. That's an instinct that you just can't coach.
The advice I'd give to other kids would be working hard at something and don't give up. Because if you don't give up, then you will work harder at it, and then you have a better chance of getting it. Don't go away. Aunt Molly and friends will be right back.
The fun never ends with Aunt Molly and friends. The fun never ends with Aunt Molly and friends.
Welcome back, boys and girls. Our subject today that we're going to discuss is about important information that you need to know as children. Rusty, I think you can help us with this too.
Yeah.
But first of all, do any of you children have in mind what information that you need to know about yourselves in order to go out in the world? Yes, Katie?
Your parents' name.
Your parents' names, okay. Their first name and their last name? Yes. Carissa?
You need to know phone numbers.
Okay, your parents' phone numbers, definitely. That's very, very important. Zach?
Address.
Yes, your address. It's important to know your name, because sometimes when you're small enough, or if you're in a situation that might be kind of scary, it might even be easy to forget your name. So you have to remember your first and last name, your parents' first and last names, your address, where do you live? Not just the city, but where is your street address? Where do you live? And then the phone numbers, your parents' phone numbers. Rusty, have you ever been lost where you felt that you needed to know what your name was and where Aunt Molly lived?
Oh, yeah. You know that sometimes if we go to, say, the store or maybe like a library, someplace that's really big and has lots of places that you can get lost in, it can be hard to find someone, especially like you, Aunt Molly.
Yes.
And so it's always okay to go up to a trusted adult and say that you're lost and tell them your name and who your parent or guardian is.
And I think it's even important when you're out and about in the world and to remember what your parent is wearing. Are they wearing a purple shirt like Aunt Molly? Are they wearing a red shirt like Rusty? What identifying features do they have on them so that you can help someone, a person in charge in a store or a trusted adult, help you find your parent or your guardian if you're lost from them. Have any of you ever had experience where you've been lost from an adult? Yes, Carissa?
This was long back when me, Katie, and Aaron and Zach, we were in the store, and then our mom was looking at something, and then we were looking at something else, and then we just looked around, and then we didn't know where our mom was.
That can be kind of a scary situation, can't it? To not know where your parent is. And that's where it's easy to have that happen because, especially in a store, if you're in an aisle where there, for instance, are toys that you're very interested in, and you forget about maybe where your mom or your dad are, that you just want to stay right there, and then all of a sudden, no one's there anymore. Then you have to start looking in, and that's where it's very important to know your identification. Right, Rusty?
Yeah.
Yes.
And I think it's important that we know the information, but we shouldn't just share it with anybody.
Exactly.
I mean, if a stranger comes up to you and asks you what your parents' name is or what your phone number is, if they're not a trusted adult, I don't think we should share that.
I agree, and that can be a hard thing to call on because you don't know if they're a trusted adult. They may act like it, but not. And so it's a fine line sometimes that we have to really work through with that. So the best thing is just to know that information of your identification and not get lost, isn't it? I know some of my adult friends, when they take their children to an amusement park or a big place like that where it's easy to get separated from your children, they will take a picture of their children that when they get to the park or wherever they're at. That way, they have it documented on the camera what their child was wearing. Just in case they get separated from each other, They have that on camera. You know, it's very wise to know your parents' names because you don't, even though you know them as mommy and daddy, when it comes to a situation, if you're lost, you need to be able to know what their first and last names are. So guys, boys and girls, we are so glad that you joined us today. And remember, always memorize your address, your mommy and daddy's first and last names.
And the telephone number.
And your telephone number. Very important information. Thanks for joining us, kids. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Come on over to my big
If you would like to be in the studio audience of Aunt Molly and Friends, just have a grown-up. Go to AuntMollyOmaha.com for tickets.
Aunt Molly and Friends is taped in front of a live studio audience at the Mall of the Bluffs in Council Bluffs, Iowa.
And books to read and cookies to bake, games to play, we're on our way. Gather round, we'll share some fun today. Now here's what we can do. There are songs to sing and trips to take and books to read and cookies to bake, games to play, we're on our way. The fun never ends with Aunt Molly and Friends. The fun never ends with Aunt Molly and Friends. The fun never ends with Aunt Molly and Friends. The fun never ends with Aunt Molly and Friends. The fun never ends with Aunt Molly and Friends.